how are you going to fit in time to completely redesign your law firm? You make priority calls all the time. You make them in specific cases with clients. You make it with deadlines and ensuring everything gets done. So my first practical question for you, it's not a tip, it's a question, because for this you need encouragement, not my head knowledge or anybody else's. The first question I have for you is, did you honestly prioritize the redesign of your firm? Where did you put it in your priorities? Is this at the top of your list? Or is this something that is just, would be a nice thing if you could get it done at some point, and maybe you or your clients or your employees would benefit from it? You probably know what it looks like to have something not prioritized. It's something you might leave to the weekend if you have time to get around to it because you couldn't fit it in during your regular week. But whatever the symptom is of that, you got to ask yourself this question. You've got to ask, did I honestly prioritize where this redesign should fall? If it's really important for my life, for my law firm, then I'm going to make it a priority. So number 2 is openly communicate how and why this priority is where it is in your priority list to your team. Open communication always sounds easier than it really is, because we always think we're communicating it well when maybe we've got a lot of room to improve there. I know I do. So one of the things that you can do is, whether you have a team or whether you are a solo, is to express why this is so important. For example, why is it on your calendar? Why am I not willing to schedule a new client consult over this time that I had set apart for working on the redesign? By openly and honestly and consistently communicating to anyone on your team, or really just reinforcing it to yourself about how important this is going to open up time for you. I think that you will be surprised, relieved, and excited once you see how the process goes when you say no to something and you're saying yes to this really important thing. This redesign is something that is so important that you have to prioritize it, and you will forego a new client even for this. That's how crucial it is. You can even honestly communicate it to clients if you want. You can even say and tell them, I'm not available tomorrow afternoon because I'm working on some important aspects of growing my firm or tightening this up. Or just like you might mention to a client, well, I'm going to be learning at this conference or this CLE continuing education thing so that I can better represent you, or so that I can better help people and do this in a way that's more efficient and more professional and just easier on you. That's another thing that you can say about this too. You can use that same strategy and reiterate it again to others on your team, even to clients if that's an appropriate situation. Definitely reinforcing it to yourself. Then the third thing is get outside accountability, so that you have someone looking at it with you, and that person is looking at it from an outside perspective. That person is also going to give you deadlines, in the sense that you're going to have to report to this person and give some sort of update. That's something you can't really hide from. Now, I know not everyone has the ability or wherewithal or finances to be able to go out and hire a personal coach. That's why I'm here for you. I want to be able to give you some resources and ideas on how you can do this yourself. So don't overcomplicate it. Put it in writing. That's what you need to do to make this outside accountability work. If you've put it in writing, well, strangely enough, that's kind of outside yourself. You've got it down on paper. It's something that can be staring you in the face and that you can hold yourself accountable to. So if you're not able to use an outside professional coach, or if you don't yet have someone else in your sphere of influence, or a mentor that you can kind of help keep you accountable on the outside of your business, of your firm, then write it down. That's the simplest way to not overcomplicate it and still be moving forward. Leave me a comment below if you're finding other ways and good suggestions for how to carve out time, or if you've got other barriers that you're interested in trying to overcome. And feel free to like and subscribe as well if you want to see more helpful videos. And I know you can do this. I know you can carve out the time you need. I'll see you next time.